Well. Surprise, surprise. Disney just continues to make the world a worse place one day at a time. And ladies and gentlemen, today's reason headlines this. Disney is expected to fire thousands with Fox deal now complete. Let's read on. And so it begins. The Disney-Fox deal finally kicked in earlier this week, which represents one of the most seismic shifts in the entertainment industry ever. The $71.3 billion deal sees Disney taking over the majority of the media assets formerly held by the 21st Century Fox, which will be folded under the company's already sizable and formidable stable of assets. While there are potentially exciting elements of this merger, from a consumer standpoint, there are plenty of ugly elements to go along with it, starting with massive layoffs, which have already begun. Wow. So they've already started sending people packing. Because Disney is absorbing all of Fox's business from both the movie and TV side of things, there are naturally going to be a lot of redundancies within the corporate structure in terms of personnel. This will result in an estimated 4,000 or so layoffs, which started this week, just days after the deal was finalized. Disney CEO Bob Iger had this to say in a note he sent to his employees. Well, hold on. So that's crazy. They literally just... Wow. 4,000 or so layoffs already. That's not a good sign. Disney has no heart, no soul. It's just a corpse. Disney is just death. It's just killing everything. They should have found a new home for them, or offered them a position with Disney or something, or given them like a massive severance package. This is craziness. They should have been taken care of, because it wasn't like they went bankrupt. You know, it wasn't like the company went bankrupt and couldn't afford it. This wasn't the employees' faults. This is corporations and greed destroying lives. 4,000 people who have bills to pay, who have mouths to feed, who have families, now have no income and no way to provide for the lifestyle that they had. Let's read on to what this jackfuck says. Bob Iger. What a piece of shit that man is. He says, and I quote, "I wish I could tell you that the hardest part is behind us, that closing the deal was the finish line rather than just the next milestone. What lies ahead is the challenging work of uniting our businesses to create a dynamic global entertainment company with the content, the platforms, and the reach to deliver industry-defining experiences that will engage consumers around the world for generations to come. We spent the last year exploring the new opportunities and synergies generated by bringing our two legendary companies together. Leaders across... No, you're absorbing it. You're not bringing them together. Leaders across both organizations have worked closely together to understand how to best unlock this potential and unleash innovation and creativity, generating long-term growth. We're confident in our integration strategy and our ability to execute it effectively, and we're inspired and energized by the new possibilities." Yeah, well, there's not going to be any possibilities for 4,000 or so people that you fired. Let's continue reading. The article goes, "Insiders have described the situation at the studio as uneasy, as many staffers are unsure of their fate." Yeah, they're all just going, what the fuck, man? Who's next? Who's next? "The layoffs for now are described as relatively small." Okay, 4,000 people is not relatively small. What the hell? And target, okay. Am I reading this right? "The layoffs for now are described as relatively small and targeted." What does targeted mean? That is very conspiratorial. Who are you targeting and why? And where is the measurement of who gets to stay and who gets to go? I don't understand how you're... Yeah, so if they're targeting people, I would be very uneasy, especially if it seems random. Currently, it's the mostly higher level employees who are said to be getting generous severance packages, with certain senior staff members receiving as much as 9 months worth of pay. Wow, you couldn't even give them a whole year. So you just gave them some fuck off money until they could find a new job. Wow, this is just... I hate Disney. Bob Iger continued in his letter, speaking in vague terms. Of course it's vague. He's not going to tell you. Anyway, in vague terms about the integration process as they move forward. So let's read about his process for this integration movement that he's going to have. He says, and I quote, "Our integration process will be an evolution, with some business impacted more than others. We've made many critical decisions already, but some areas still require further evaluation. We may not have answers for all of your questions at this moment, but we understand how vital information is, and we're committed to moving as quickly as possible to provide clarity regarding how your role may be impacted. Having been on both sides of numerous acquisitions during my career, I have a deep appreciation for how this one impacts everyone involved on both a personal and professional level. I understand the challenges, and I ask for your continued patience in the days to come as we combine this collection of great assets to create the world's premier entertainment company." Wow, you just said a lot without saying a goddamn thing. That's what you call beating around the bush, ladies and gentlemen. Bob beating around the bush Iger. Let's continue reading. The article goes, "Marvel fans have focused on the fact that the X-Men and Fantastic Four can now be a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's great, and Disney will be able..." I couldn't tell that's sarcasm. That's great. "And Disney will be able to produce a lot of content for their upcoming streaming service, Disney Plus. But with this kind of consolidation in the media, there are going to be downsides, which may be difficult to see from a consumer perspective. It is, unfortunately, much easier to see for those working at what used to be Fox right now. This news was previously reported by Variety." So that was a Variety report. Anyway, Disney really needs to burn to the ground, or someone needs to just clean house, drain the swamp, and put some real creative minds in there, and people with hearts that actually care about the hard employees that work for them, you know, to make all these movies so successful and so brilliant and beautiful. It just shows that they don't give a fuck about you. All they care about is money. The same with all these corporations. Apple, Facebook, Twitter. It's all about power and money. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I don't really care. I do appreciate the view. If you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, I really do appreciate it. Toodles.